Okay, now, so let me introduce you to our platform. We're still creating lots of new screens and new datas, new information for you. I'm starting here in Qatar Grand Prix with Alexander Albon. It's right here, KGP, Albon. We brought here the track temperature and here the circuit. So I have 1.8 kilometers in sector 1, 1.6 kilometers in sector 2, and around 2 kilometers on the third sector. And here we have one chart for each sector. So this is the laps from Alexander Albon on practice 1, okay? You will see that we have used here, we didn't have used, but it was available in this weekend, the hard, medium, and soft tire. I thought I have brought the codes from tires here. It's coming on the next video, no doubt. And those colors we apply also here in the columns, okay? So those yellow columns here, Albon was with a medium tire, and then later he was with a soft tire. So it's important for you to know those differences, okay? So generally, in the right side, it will bring to you the worst sector 1 and the best sector 1, and the different and the percentage about those numbers. But here, if you look, there's no need to look too close. It's very easy to check. There's some laps that he couldn't go that fast. So here, sometimes it occurs only on one sector. I've seen maybe sometimes sector 1 it's too slow, and then sector 2 he goes like crazy, and then on third he goes calm again, so that lap doesn't show too much on the screen. And so let's check some laps here. The 8th lap, it's 60 seconds here, but here we have 33 seconds and 27. So it's interesting to keep it here. Those last ones, those two last ones, 23 and 24th laps, I'll disappear with them here. So let me just remove them from the analysis. 24, 23, and let's remove this one here also, which is the 21 lap. Okay, and this one is very odd also, the 18. Okay, this lap here, the fifth lap, it's I'll put them out as well. And okay, for the first sector, I'll have to disappear with this lap here. There's no way. The lap number 8 will have to go. And now we have some winners here. For the first sector, we have the best 32.6, which is right here. It's the 910, lap number 910. So with the soft tire, and here those two laps, it's not very relevant. Here he was really trying to go real fast. But let me disappear with some more laps here. I think 7th lap may go as well, the 15th lap here, and 16 as well. Okay, for the first sector at least, it's a better view to understand the fastest laps on practice 1 from Alexander Albon. And now we have the best and the worst. Of course that the worst in this case, it's with the medium tire. He made it here around the 9th laps and the 14th. And we can take the same thing for the other sectors, but there are some other laps that we have to consider here, because you see there are very a lot of differences between those sectors. Sometimes they may be very fast in one sector, very slow in other sectors. I'm telling you here right now for you to try to understand the dynamic of what we're looking here, and it will make you have a better understanding for the next screen that I'm going to show you here. So now that we have checked the sectors, each lap, okay, lap by lap, of Alexander Albon, I'm going to bring here Sargeant. Let's get here Sargeant for us to compare a few things. If they have used both, okay, both have used medium tires and then soft tires, and both have got around 20, 22, 23 laps, something around that. This, if you really want to go deep into the details of each lap of each driver, considering it along with the track temperature and something like that. But if you mean to check, to compare both of them in one screen, yeah, we can do that by that other screen here, by lap. And here I bring them both in one screen. It's loading the data here. Okay. All right. So here we have practice 1 with all those laps. Okay. And I'm showing you here the best and the worst laps. There's a difference here. If you check Alexander Albon for an example, you'll check that sector 1, sector 2, sector 3, the best of them didn't happen on the same lap. Look, the second sector here, it was on the 17th lap, and the first better sector, it was on 19th lap, and the sector 3 just happened here on the lap 22nd. So I have here his best lap, which was 1 minute 28 seconds and dot 5, almost dot 6, and I have here the minimum lap, the ideal lap that he would have achieved if he have managed to make all those 3 sectors in one lap. So that would be the number that he would achieve, 128.259. That would be his ideal lap. That's the intention that we bring here. Okay, and also here on the side I have Sargeant, this side, the right side of the screen, and we have his best lap time, which was 1:28.55, pretty much close of Alexander Albon, and his minimum lap, which is pretty close of his real lap time. I believe that Alexander Albon have more space to improve, to improvement. It's if he really focus to manage the 3 best sectors on one lap, it would be really something. Here we're analyzing just practice 1, but I can bring to this screen some other parts of the Qatar Grand Prix, just like the Q1 and Q2. And we don't have Q3 here because they were not part of it. So I have just Q1 and Q2, which will appear here now. Thank you very much. And I can bring another sessions, just like SQ1. I'll bring here sprint as well. I won't get the race because the race is not 100% yet. We have to check a few laps there that were not 100%. So I'm bringing you here this screen, which you can compare the best sectors of each session on sector 1, sector 2, sector 3, and the ideal lap that he could have achieved. So now his best lap was here on Q2 125.7, and he could have achieved, as we know, 125.5. That would be his ideal lap, but the sector 3, he have achieved the best sector 3 on Q1, on qualifying 1. Okay, so that's how we read those data, and I'll bring here another views with another drivers for you that has some curiosity to know more about it. So I'm bringing this to you. Okay, so see you on our next video.